Hey, welcome back to Cinema Conquest. We're back at Showbiz Cinemas. We're gonna go see that new movie Until Dawn, and we also just saw the Shrouds, so we're gonna do a double feature review on this. So let's go check it out.
Cinema Conquest.
We're back at Showbiz. You've seen many times before. They got the cool arcade. They got like a little ice cream bar, a real bar, and then some bowling. And then you got the popcorn back here. But we're gonna go see Until Dawn. Pretty excited, let's go see it. Well, we just got out of Until Dawn. We're gonna do a little review on that. And then at the end, we're gonna switch over to the Shrouds. We saw that one a few days ago. But Until Dawn, overall, I thought it was an entertaining movie. Definitely had some crazy plot elements in it, and I think they pulled from a whole bunch of different like movies. And it's a game. It's from a PlayStation game, but I've never played the game, so I didn't really know what to look forward to. But I think you get, based on the trailer, I think they tell you it's kind of a Groundhog Day type of movie. They're basically reliving the night over and over again. But I thought the gore was pretty good, and maybe even practical. Would you say?
Practical?
So, like real gore effects?
Oh yeah. I mean, I saw, I guess, some CGI.
I think there was some practical effects in this movie, though. Definitely kind of had the mainstream feel, but also like we've said in previous horror movie reviews we've been doing, they've upped the ante on the gore on these horror movies. Like a few years ago, you wouldn't see like the extreme gore like this movie has.
That's true. I mean,
it's like the norm now.
Yeah, it is kind of like a retro. I don't even know what the retro would be a return to, like what era, but it's definitely like a return to some kind of over the top.
You know, maybe even that era around Hostel or something.
Yeah.
When they would do the unrated cut.
Yeah.
But this is like the unrated cut in the theater. You know?
You're right. Yeah, I think it is a throwback to.
They've loosened up the R rating for gore.
Yeah.
And a lot of the, you know, they were trying to sell DVDs back in the day, so they would put out an unrated cut. And maybe that was just a gimmick, you know, the unrated cut, to make you want to buy it. So, and now that physical media doesn't sell as well, maybe they just put it in the movie in the theater.
And also they took the boobs and bush out. So they gave
maybe
us...
not in the next movie we talk about. Spoiler alert on that Shrouds movie. But I don't know. I thought the characters were not like... I didn't really like any of the characters, and I really haven't seen a recent horror movie where I've really, you know...
You didn't like these characters?
I think the main girl was okay, but I didn't care if any of them died. Like, a lot of them were annoying, and I don't know, like... Maybe it's because I'm old, I don't know.
Well, I'm usually pretty picky about actors, but I was fine with these people. They didn't annoy me. They played their roles well. Yeah. I mean, it was kind of cliche how they had like every ethnicity, but I didn't find it off-putting or anything, and they seemed to like coagulate together. So I mean,
I guess every horror movie has like the annoying guy and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they dealed out the parts like pretty much any horror movie, but none of them I was really endearing towards. I was not like, oh, I hope this one doesn't die.
Well, it's a really fast moving movie. You don't have time to get attached to anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, in that respect, it did feel kind of like a video game, where you just kind of just are dumped into the premise, and you either go with it or you don't. But it's just, I mean, it's set up to like you're going straight into a game, and it's like everything just starts happening right away, which people are gonna like this movie just because it's fast moving, it's formulaic, it's got all the tropes. If you like, I mean, just like all the horror tropes, then you're gonna like this. I mean, I knew that it was gonna be like that going in, but sometimes you just want that just for something where you don't have to overthink it. It's all the stuff you like jam-packed in one movie.
It definitely had like a grungy, gritty texture to it, like almost like a Texas Chainsaw original film, like just some nasty, dirty horror movie.
Yeah, it's set up like that, where if Texas Chainsaw was like on a time loop, that's what it is, basically.
Yeah. I would recommend you go see it, especially if you're like a horror fan or just, you know, I don't know, you go see movies and stuff, just know that there's going to be some extreme gore in it. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. The only the only thing I wish they had more of was they kind of teased some monsters and stuff that you don't really get to see. And I don't really want to get into, you know, everything in the movie, but there was some crazy stuff that you just briefly see and you hope for some more of that. So I don't know if there's a sequel or how many games they've put out of this, but I want them to up the monster and just the crazy stuff like that. But yeah, I recommend the movie. Do you have any more thoughts before we talk about the Shrouds?
No, I liked a lot of, like you said, with the different monsters and characters. I liked some of them a lot and some of them less, but it just had like a lot of the characters that I like. I mean, you're right, it did have like some like kind of anomalous kind of monsters that they don't really flesh out, but I don't know. I was surprised that it was. I didn't think I was gonna dislike it, but I wasn't sure. But I actually liked it pretty well. I mean, it's just easy. It's easy to like. Like you don't have to. There's not really too much to be too critical about. It gives you what you want, basically.
So the Shrouds, totally different feel. We saw this movie about 2 or 3 days ago. This one, it's hard to talk about without spoiling anything because the trailer really doesn't even tell you what the movie's going to be like. It's directed by David Cronenberg, horror master, horror icon, and he's known for like body horror movies is what they call them. A lot of movies that, you know, have to do with body parts or just the human body. So it definitely has all those elements in it. Straight from the start, they show you the Cannes or the Cannes Film Festival logo. So you know this is going to be an artistic movie, and it really was. At least the first half of it, I would say. But yeah, I haven't watched anything out of the theater movie-wise in a long time because I'm so like dialed into YouTube. You know, I make YouTube videos every single day, and I watch other YouTube videos. I mean, even just, I watch them because that's what I like to watch. But, so I'm not really used to these like artsy movies or even obscure movies like I used to be able. I used to watch them all the time. So this movie actually kind of made my stomach upset almost, just the weird feeling of the movie. And I mean, it kind of had a feel of, you know, if once people get so rich, you know, they've already experienced everything. Is this really what's going to happen? So it just had that weird, like, when you're too rich, you start doing crazy shit. But like I said, it's hard to get into too many specifics without spoiling this movie. I liked it. I don't think it panned out as good as it could have, or I don't know what happened, but
it was,
I don't know.
I liked it too. I like those kinds of movies, you know, like the artsy kind of ones, but and the way this started out, you're kind of thinking this is going to be like some deep meditation, like meditation on death, you know, and which it is, but it kind of gets convoluted as towards the middle of the movie.
That's probably all you can say.
Yeah, they throw in a lot of.
That's probably all you can say.
A lot more plot.
Okay.
And
I can tell he's getting close to spoiling it.
But I mean, I like the concept of it a lot. I mean, are we allowed to say what it is, what the Shrouds are?
Well, I mean, in the trailer you can tell, maybe not what the Shrouds are, but you can tell that they're looking in the graves of people with the video camera. So basically, the graveyard is for these really rich people who want to see their loved one decompose. So that's kind of what the trailer sets you up for, but the movie has way more than that.
It's a good movie. I mean, if you like Cronenberg movies, for sure watch it, and you'll probably like it. If you're not really familiar with Cronenberg, or if you're not really into the body horror stuff, you won't like it. But if you like something a little out of left field and something like will make you a little queasy,
it's got a lot of that weird, like, there's I wouldn't say a lot of nudity, but there's some pretty close-up nudity and stuff like that.
It's a Canadian movie, and they're freaky out there.
It has erotic stuff in it, so definitely it would be really awkward to take your kid to see. It's got
some of that French Canadian shit. Those French people are freaky.
Yeah. So I would, at the end of this review, I would say I recommend both of them. If you're not into like artistic horror, maybe I recommend Until Dawn more. But man, these were some pretty cool movies, and I look forward to a lot of the horror movies that are coming out soon, because there's a lot of them coming.
Cinema Conquest.